That you're on right now, live Facebook feed, both of you. This is, what's your name, sir? And what's your name, ma'am? I'd like to know your name, please. I would like to report that this lady here violently attacked me. Your name is what? So we're getting this all documented now because I know for sure that I have a paramilitary right-wing, possibly religious group following me around, harassing me and antagonizing me everywhere I go. This man claims to be a special forces United States Army veteran with a hand-to-hand combat champion. So this woman here violently attacked me with all of these people over here as my witness. Hey John, you saw this woman attack me, did you not? Did you see this woman attack me?
I didn't come in.
So she just kicked me into the pool, very obviously kicked me into the pool. You just saw that. She kicked me. No, it's okay. No, that's perfect. Thank you. No. Get away from me right now. Get away from me. Do not touch me again. Thank you, John. So now it's on camera. You saw. What's your name, sir? Did you see her attack me?
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah, you saw that. What's your name? What is your name, sir?
You know who I am.
I don't know your name. You said your name is TJ, but I don't have any contact information for you. So who are you working for? Are you a special forces agent? Are you a CIA agent? Who are you working for? Because you just saw her attack me. She attacked me 3 times in the pool. These people over here saw it, and I want to know why they came to help her when she attacked me, and why she just attacked me, but you're standing behind her right now.
Because you're a dude.
Probably because I'm a dude, so that matters. Okay,
Standard.
I don't care. I want to know why you're over here rubbing her back when she violently attacked me right now. You're gonna do it again. Or get away from me. I'm telling you.
Okay. I get away from you.
I'm letting you know you're on live Facebook feed right now, so say hello to the world because this is going to go out. I'm going to make sure that we get a whole bunch of reporters over here because whoever's harassing me, whatever right-wing paramilitary group, your people, Americans who just gave $38 billion or $1 million to the government here, I'm sure that's not who's harassing and antagonizing me. I'm sure that's not who's bothering me out here. I'm sure that's not who's paying your fucking salary right now. I'm sure some of that money didn't get to y'all to come over here and throw punches at me. Go fuck yourself. Don't worry, it's all going to come out. My name is Aaron Adair. I'm a asylum-seeking refugee from the United States of America. I'm claiming asylum here in the United States of America for religious and political persecution from the United States of America, who has treated me as a descendant for political reasons. I'm over here in Siem Reap, Cambodia. I'm being attacked violently by radical right-wing repressive militant groups. You saw me get attacked just now. She got up and into my face, and this is with a camera directly on her. This man, this American man here, who claims to be, he says he's a veteran of the Iraq and Afghanistan war. Yep. Claims to be a veteran of the Iraq and the Afghanistan war, has been abusing my basic civil liberties and human rights. What do you have to say for yourself, sir? See, just harassment, psychological torture, Nils Melzer, UN. We're coming. We're going to see you. We're going to get to the bottom of this. This is what the United Nations and the United States of America stands for: human rights abuses, civil rights abuses, against the United Nations Geneva treaties and conventions written many years ago for basic civil liberties and human rights. I'm simply living here, populating this place. I have done nothing wrong. I've been accused of no crime. I'm being repressed by a far right-wing paramilitary group. And I have no representation. I've been stuck here during the coronavirus. I've been having my rights abused. These people have charged me with no crime. I've committed no crime. I demand to know what's going on. I demand representation right now, or to know who you are. Who are you working for, sir? The truth will come out. The truth is going to come out. Who are you working for, sir? What's your name? Identify yourself. Soldier. Come on, man of honor. The seven values of the Army are leadership, loyalty, duty, honor, respect, integrity, personal service. This man claims to be a man of honor. I know what the 7 Army values are. This man claims to be a man of honor, but this is not very honoring. Would you say this is honoring, or would you say this is bullying? Would you say you're being honoring right now, or would you say you're bullying me?
High Parks, yeah. No longer you can do that.
Here in Cambodia, being followed around the world since 2014. I've been in 6 states in the United States of America. I've been in 7 countries in Asia, and these mutts have followed me everywhere that I've gone. They've threatened, they've made constant death threats, running smear campaigns against me, discrediting me in the community, ruining my reputation, preventing me from getting a job, preventing me from having any kind of a relationship. I mean, look at me. I'm a handsome, attractive young man, successful. I have no money issues. Does it make any sense I wouldn't be able to get a date in 6 years? No. That's because these people are controlling everything that I do. They won't allow me to work freely or to live freely. We're now living in a system of total control. Yeah, what do you say for yourself, sir? It says America, that's what it said. We're now living under a system of complete chaos and control. This is the Stasi secret police. Stasi secret police. Who are you working for? Who are you working for, sir? CIA, NSA, FBI? Oh, okay. America. Do you have... You are not an American, sir. You do not know what America stands for. The United States of America is a constitutional republic where the people have rights. Our people in America, if you're an American, you would know that our people have rights, and what you're doing right now is abuse. If you're working for the government, if you're a government agent, then you need to identify yourself clearly. You need to identify yourself clearly if you're working as a government agent and you're harassing and abusing citizenry overseas. You are not called to do that, sir. If you're an American citizen, we do not give you the power or the authority to do such things. We are a constitutional republic, and the people of America, we the people, have rights. We have our forefathers. If you served in the United States military, you would know our forefathers bled for our own freedom, so that we wouldn't be persecuted and abused by a government. We can travel freely through the land without being molested. Huh?
Pump back well.
Yeah. This is what you can expect. This is what, huh? What do you have to say? What's your name, ma'am? Huh? Amum. Okay. Who's paying you? Who's paying you? This guy? He's paying you? He pay you? Who pay you?
Pay?
Yeah. To attack me. To attack me. When you punched me, why did you punch me? Why did you punch me? Why did you attack me?
America.
America? America is the reason that you're saying she attacked me. What are you saying, sir? Come over here, identify yourself. You will lose. Don't worry. This is all documented now. The abuse is completely evident. Oh, good. Now we got a viewing audience. Say hello to the world. Say hello to the world. You're not an American, sir. You have no idea what the Constitution of the United States stands for. You are discrediting it right now by your action. You're abusing my human rights, my civil liberties, to live freely in this land without being molested by government agents. And your time is coming to an end. This is obviously a police officer. Are you law enforcement? Are you a law enforcement agent? Are you a law enforcement agent?
I enforce the will.
The will? So now, it's very obvious and evident that these two are together here today. I knew for sure that they were together, but he sent her to me to harass and bother me, or to try to get me. So this is what they do. This is what they do. This morning, these two goons came. He was with her. She sat down here and tried to seduce me and lure me in to hitting on her or being with her. And then this goofball this comic was gonna come over and try to steal her from me. Of course, she's with him, so it's just a setup to try to lure me into a fight with him. This is called false flag. The false flag is send the honey trap in this girl. Yep. Send her and sit there and lure me into and seduce me, and he's waiting in the background, comes over and grabs her from me, and then I get up angry, and then we fight. This is not okay. These are government agents who are preying on the citizenry of the world like this. I'm exposing this now. This is real. I'm not a criminal. I've never been convicted of any crime. I have human rights, and they're not being acknowledged by this group of far right-wing paramilitary, who knows, secret service agents or security, whoever's paying them. We're going to scrutinize bank accounts. I have an entire civil rights group and human advocates who are working on a case and investigating it for me. Obviously, this is a couple, which I knew the whole time. You know why I would know that the whole time? Because I'm smarter than you. This girl also tried to lure me to come to her place in the countryside yesterday. She asked me, where'd you want to go? I just met you, but you were like coming over being really seductive with me. Asked me to go to your place in the countryside. Like, I'm stupid. She also has a Russian accent, just a side note. This man, an American man, claims to have been in the special forces and United States Army, Iraq or Afghanistan veteran with PTSD. I've already got other videos of him running around, acting very erratic around children. So now here they are kissing, obviously a couple. And again, she tried to lure me in. I saw the writing on the wall. I'm not stupid. I saw they were together. They're trying to set me up is what they're doing. Sir, what is your name? What's your name? Identify yourself.
Crocodile.
Crocodile, okay. That's good. So these people are being paid. These are paid actors here. These are paid actors. Stasi secret police, communists, commie bastards, Stasi secret police, government agent or law enforcement of some kind. He won't identify himself, but we're going to scrutinize his bank account. We're going to find out where the money's coming from, and we're going to put an end to this. I'm a human citizen of this planet. I have the right to move freely through this world without being molested by government agents and authorities who now are violently attacking me. This woman threw 3 punches at me. John, I know you saw this man here admitted that on video you saw her kick me into the pool from behind. John, I know you saw her attack me. I know you see what's going on here. Why don't you raise your voice? He's been in the pool the whole time. Why don't you stand for something, man? What do you have to say? You're complicit. You're complicit in it. I know you're a part of it too then. I'm going to come over here and we're going to interview some of these other folks that are over here on the other side of the pool, and we're going to see if they have any integrity or honesty in them. Because they were all over here watching this whole thing go down. I went into the pool. I did absolutely nothing wrong but wanting to shoot a couple of baskets, and this woman came in and started to harass and antagonize me and intentionally was running into me and causing me problems. And she started throwing balls at my face, coming over, throwing punches at me. And I had to restrain her physically and put her out of the pool. This whole group over here, it was right in front of them. They all saw it. Hey folks, how you doing today? Aaron Adair here, citizen of the planet Earth who's currently being abused by the United States federal government, who's got agents over here preying on me, not allowing me to live my life as a free citizen of the planet Earth. I know that you guys saw it. This is Iyad and Gabi from Syria. You saw her throw punches at me. Did you see her? What did you see?
The music is nice.
Somebody here, I know you guys saw what was going on.
I like the music.
Huh?
No, I speak to him about the music. It's cool.
Did you see you saw what was happening?
No.
You're saying you did not?
My back.
I know you weren't. I don't think you were here. I don't know you were, but you came over. Gabi,
Yeah, man, but you just started playing.
we were not playing.
Go and here.
So you're saying you didn't see her violently attack me now?
I'm just coming to ask you about what is the problem. And you say, don't say to me, my bro, okay.
Because she threw like 3 punches at me. She's being paid by somebody.
Yeah, but after that we play together.
No, yeah, because she's trying to seduce me and lure me. She's a government agent, and so is he. They're trying to seduce me and lure me to go out into the country, or they've been making threats on my life, man. There's an entire paramilitary group, possibly the evangelicals or the U.S. federal government. I know somebody over here saw it. Why don't you be a person of integrity? Say something. that the whole world is watching. I'm gonna spend the rest of my days walking around with a Facebook live feed on, and y'all can say I'm crazy, but I have a government, an authoritarian agency following me everywhere I go, abusing my basic civil liberties and human rights. You guys know me. You know I don't deserve this. What crime have I been charged with? What crime have I committed? I have rights. If I've been accused of some crime, if there's some reason why there's a paramilitary group following me around the earth, then there's a right way to do it. There's a right way. Come and arrest me and put me in a cage and let me have a fair trial before a jury of my peers. If you have a charge against me. If not, you need to leave me alone. And if you're a part of it too, and you're a part of it because you just moved into the room right next to me all of a sudden, and that's another thing they do. They move into the rooms right next to where I live. So all of a sudden now, guess what? Gabi and Iyad in the room right next to me. So claim to be from Syria. Iyad and Gabi. I'm being followed around the world by a right-wing paramilitary group who is abusing my civil liberties and human rights. It's been going on since 2014, and it started in the United States of America. I fled persecution from my country. This is not a fucking joke. I haven't had the right to work, to have a relationship. Does it make any sense that I can't get a job anywhere in the world? Does it make any sense to you that I can't get a date? Every time I start to connect with somebody, guess what? Fucking weirdos like this show up and start acting crazy around me, and they break up any chance I have to have a girlfriend or a job. There's some weird, sick intelligence operation thing going on, and it's not a fucking joke. It's followed me through 7, 8 countries if you include my own, and 6 states in my own country. I have not been ever accused of a single crime. I have an FBI clearance check right now. You understand? I've never been accused or convicted of any crime in my life. I've gone to the embassy and I've said, hey, here's my passport, look up my number. Why are people following me every fucking where I go? Look up my number. Am I being charged with something? Do I have to go home and answer to a warrant? Am I indicted? I'll go. Tell me the fucking thing to do and I'll do it, but this is not the way to do it. I deserve to have a trial in front of a jury of my peers, or leave me the fuck alone. But you see what this guy is out here doing? He's on a job. This is a job, what he's doing right now. They're being paid for this. Come on, man. Come on, like you've seen his behavior. I've got it all documented. I've got a whole cloud full of documents and videos. You see what he's doing. You see what they're doing. Now, it's the silent voices. Ultimately, your silence is powerful today, because I know you see what I'm doing, because I've been living here for the last month and you see the abuse. So and Paul too, I know you're a part of it, Paul. By ignoring it and by being silent makes you automatically complicit. You don't get to sit on the fence. You've seen it over at Unity too. Over at Unity Hospital. Yep. Nothing. So it would be totally normal that somebody is talking to you now and expressing that they've been being abused by a government agency, and this is not a normal response. Like if somebody came to me and was saying this, I would respond. Huh? Yeah, I do want to have a conversation with you, but we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this live in front of the world, because I'm being abused by government agents who are following me around the world, and I would like to talk about it. And now that we have this technology to protect me from you, because that's who you are. You're the abusers, by the way. Yeah. Whoever the fuck is following me everywhere I go and harassing me like these nuts out here. This is a couple. Look. She obviously was sent here to prey on me. I have a right to move freely through the world without being harassed and molested by politicians, by authoritarian governments, by fascists, by communists, by tyrants, by theocrats. The truth will reveal the truth, folks. That's going to come out. I'm going to keep my live stream on for the rest of my life, because now y'all can't be trusted. Y'all complicit in it by refusing to respond is an acknowledgement of complicity. It's pretty obvious. A refusal to even respond. Your silence indicates that you're obviously a part of it, or your ignorance to it. Oh, now Mr. Gabi goes over and turns up the music. Just a way, and this is called gaslighting or stonewalling. This is called gaslighting or stonewalling, which is a common tactic they'll use to try to, basically they'll abuse your basic human rights, and then they won't acknowledge it. They'll harass you and antagonize you in your community, abuse your human rights, and then they will stonewall you and not acknowledge what they're doing. And this is a site called psychological torture or abuse. So this is called gaslighting, which is a very documented form of psychological abuse, or stonewalling, which is another form. It's when your abuser, basically the person who is abusing you, does not give life to or acknowledge the abuse in which they are giving to you. And so this is a very planned and thought out part of the process. It's intended to incite me to violence, to get me unstable, to make me look paranoid or insane. I've never been accused of any crime. I've never been diagnosed with any schizoaffective disorder. I contribute to my community. We're in an economic crisis and a global collapse right now, and I still have Stasi secret police officers following me everywhere I go and abusing my basic right to liberty, life, and the pursuit of happiness. Or even an acknowledgement. I was violently attacked in the pool. I have that actually on camera, that part, where she kicked me into the pool, and then I was violently attacked, and now this man is denying it. That's really great.
So why you record video for us?
Why? Because you're in a public place and I can do that. Why do you violently attack? Why do you approve of violence? Why, well, she did, and you saw it, and then you came over and tried to stop me from defending and restraining her. I restrained her. I was well within my right to have brutally beaten her and held her underwater and defended myself to the death. I was well within my right to do that.
But you fighting girl, you man, you fight girl. It's a swimming pool. You fight girl.
Yeah, she attacked me. She attacked me.
You fighting girl.
Yes, absolutely. You should fight anybody. You have the right to defend yourself, to stand your own ground. If I come over there and I start throwing punches in your face, are you not going to hold me back?
You play together.
Are you not going to? If I come over there and I start throwing punches in your face, huh?
After that, you play together and you hug each other. You hug each other.
I hugged her to restrain her. I was restraining her. I was restraining her. She attacked me. You never saw what? You never saw
I
what?
never saw one fighting girl in the man fighting girl in the community.
You didn't see her attack me.
You put your head like that.
But you didn't see her attack me.
But she's a girl.
So it doesn't matter. She came at me and started throwing punches in my face, and I held her from behind and put her head down. You saw what happened. Don't you lie. Don't you lie to me. Don't you lie, you coward. Don't lie to me, you coward. You coward. Shut up. Huh? I'm not being horrible to anybody. I was violently attacked in the pool by a girl, and I held her down and put her head. What? Huh? I don't know, because she's being paid by this guy. This is her boyfriend. She came over and was trying to flirt with me. She came over. Look, where are the cameras at? I know the cameras are recording this at all times. I'm going to the owner right now. We're going to get the video from the camera. That's it. I'm fucking done with you guys, man. I swear to God, we're going to go all fucking day on this. They're lying to me out here. They're trying to set me up. This is the other thing that they're doing. They've been trying to set me up the whole time I've been here. They've been trying to draw me into violence, and I'm not taking their bait, and they hate it. They want to try to criminalize me and put me into a cage. I'm over here at Garden Village guest house. I'm demanding right now that I will not eat again. I'm now declaring a hunger strike. I'm being repressed and oppressed by government agents. I'm being followed everywhere I go by government agents. I'm going to talk to the owner here. This is Mr. Puhin. Hi, Mr. Puhin. Just want to let you know you are live on Facebook. And I just want to ask you a few questions specifically about your video footage. Unfortunately, I'm being followed all over the place, including here, by government agents, authoritarian government agents from my country. Have followed me here, and they're abusing my basic human rights out here. If you have video of the pool, I would like to get video footage of the pool. I was just attacked again, and as you know, Puhin, I can't really see. I want to make sure that we can get a good shot here. As you remember, no, don't touch me. Please do not touch me. This is live. This is live, by the way. So if you put your hands on me, then it's documented. No, it's okay. Okay, we can talk, but now I'm not taking live video footage off because my human rights are being abused. So listen, I would like to get video. I was attacked in your pool just now, and I was attacked here 6 months ago in your pool also. You remember when I told you that? You remember I said I want to have the video footage of your pool area. Remember, you remember, this is live. This is going directly into the stream right now. So if you try to take my phone or anybody does, it doesn't matter. It's already documented. No, I'm being abused here by government agents from my country. So I'm asking you, can you please give me the video footage from the pool, because they're trying to twist it around and make it my fault. I was violently attacked. A Cambodian girl, threw 3 punches at me just now, and I didn't do anything to her. But, what do you mean? Why? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You don't have the right to punch people. Because I was talking to her, huh?
You can talk. You don't need to lie about this.
A need to lie?
Don't need to lie on the video like this.
What do you mean lie?
No, you lie on the video like this. What is the reason that you want? Because you lie.
I'm not lying. Why do you say I'm lying?
No, you lie on this video.
What do you mean lie? You mean lying, like not telling the truth?
You make video to me without permission. Why that you can make this video?
Because I told you I'm having my human rights abused.
I don't want to talk on the camera.
Okay, then you don't have to. Yeah, I will respect. No, people are not respecting me, sir. So I want to find out who these people are and who they're working for.
Because maybe you don't respect them, maybe like that.
No, I have it documented. She violently attacked me while I was on the video, sir. She kicked me. It's already on this video. It's already.
You come with your camera and then
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, but you don't. The abusers. I'm out that. The abusers don't like it when they get called out on their abuse and on video in front of the whole world. Well, that's what's happening.
Why does it need to be double like this?
Because I'm being abused by people that are staying here, and you know about it. That's why. I'd like to get the video footage. I'm demanding to get the video footage of the pool right now. Wow, what? Can I get the video footage? If I'm saying I was attacked violently in your pool. Okay, can you get me the video footage now?
You can.
Okay, cool. Let me get it. Let me get it. Can you get? Okay, then everything. Then just give me the video footage. So I had that because they're trying to say I attacked her. I did not attack a girl. She attacked me. So give me the video footage. Get the footage.
I don't want to talk like this, you know.
Okay, I'll stop talking as soon as I get the video. As soon as I get the video footage, please. As soon as I get the video footage. You get your video footage, and I won't have to document it myself. You have like 84 cameras in here, correct? How about you get the video footage of your goons here attacking me?
You just come to talk, and then it's okay.
Okay, sure. Okay. Well, why do you care though? Why do you care if it's on video? Do you have something to hide? Okay. Well, don't worry. If you got nothing to hide.
Small thing, but you make like.
Well, just get the video footage.
You make like a big.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be a big thing. It's going to be an international thing in a minute. It's going to make it an international issue. Don't worry. The whole world's going to hear about it. I'll shout it from the rooftops, sir. You won't abuse human rights. You won't do it. Not on my watch. No, sir. I am an American. That man in the pool is not an American. He is a violator of the constitutional rights of the United States, citizens of the United States.
It's small thing. The world is like this. Life is like this.
No, the world isn't like, no. Human beings have the right to move through. The world is like what?
Why you hit with a woman and then why you...
I got hit by a woman. You say why I hit with a woman. Like now you're saying I hit a woman. That's what
I don't know why. Because you just...
Why? What do you mean? Why would you ask why she hit me? She punched me. She came at me, threw a ball in my face, and then threw 3 punches at me. What do you mean, why did she hit me? Well, like it's somehow my fault? Like I'm responsible for it, sir? Because she's a woman? I don't give a fuck. I have human rights to not be violently attacked by women, especially considering she's working and being paid by somebody else. Yeah, you think it's funny? See, this is a joke to you.
Yeah,
this is the abuse. Again, folks, this is called gaslighting and stonewalling. The part of the psychological torture is what Nils Melzer of the UN, the Special Rapporteur for the United Nations, describes this as psychological torture.
Your phone, I can check this.
We're going to check it now. Oh, you know how to use this? We're going to get on it. All right. So I'm being denied the right. I've been violently attacked here. I'm going to listen. I'm not ever going to take live stream. I'm going to go on a hunger fast now until and I'm going to continue. This is going to be my Gandhi hunger fast, and I'm going to continue to document every moment of it because my human rights have been abused for 6 years. Poheen. This is Poheen, the owner of Garden Village Guest House right here in Siem Reap, Cambodia. Saeed, what's up? Saeed ain't nothing but been a good, decent guy to me. This is my bro Saeed right here. I hope he's not part of the conspiracy against me, which is what I'm dealing with. I'm dealing with a group of far right-wing, repressive, paramilitary regime of maniacs. You saw it. What's going on in the pool? This is Aaron Adair. My human rights are being abused. I've been denied the right to freedom to have a job. Anytime I try to get a job, they find out and they intentionally try to sabotage. I can't get a job anywhere. I haven't been able to have a relationship with a girl. I haven't had any friends. Anytime I start to get a relationship, they come in and intentionally try to stifle it. I'm not sure who's behind this. I can assume that it's the United States government because it started in 2014. I clearly remember the tactics that this intelligence group is using are identical to the tactics. The intelligence group here, this conspiring group here, are using the same exact practices and tactics that they were using against me in 2014 in North Carolina when it first started, the first time that I can clearly remember the abuse starting. So I'm sure that it started in the United States. It's also important for me to say at that time I was in the United States. I was a part of the evangelical Christian church, and so the evangelicals, I do believe, are directly complicit with this. In fact, some of the group members in it, or some of the people that are a part of this conspiracy, have known over here in this part of the world, like a man from Scotland that I met the other day. He knows an awful lot about the charismatic Christian church in the US. Now, most people don't even know, a non-believer or somebody who's not a Christian normally wouldn't really know or have language for the term charismatic Christian. That's not like common, it's not a household word. But this guy did, which raised a red flag, and I'm pretty sure that I've known the whole time that he's here as a part of that group, whether they're actually evangelicals themselves or they're just being paid by them as repressive. It's no different than what the Jesuits, who are also here in this community, did since they formed as a subversive group of counter-reformists who would go into the communities, infiltrate Reformation groups, and suppress their opposition. So now it's come to the point where, since my basic human rights and civil liberties are being constantly abused, I have made the firm decision. I am not taking live Facebook footage off again until I get some representation or some answer, some support, or some person will come and help me out. I'm going to keep my live video footage on for the rest of the time that I'm here, so that way whatever happens to me, since I'm being violently attacked and I can't feel safe now in my own, I live here, I've been staying here at this guest house, by the way. I'm now that they're violently attacking me and abusing my basic civil liberties, I won't be taking this live footage off again, so I'm going to document every single bit of it from here on out. Mr. Puhin has shown his complicity in it. I've known the whole time because I was violently attacked here 6 months ago as well. This is John, Mr. John here. Are you working for the police, Mr. John? Are you working for any law enforcement agency? No, you're not. Why do you have a Thai police badge in your car, Thai police? You were living in Thailand, correct? And you have a Thai police badge hanging from the rear view mirror of your car.
I'm in the market.
Huh?
I'm in the market just like in here.
Oh, okay. So you don't, like in the US, that would be illegal. You would only a military. So here's John's big, nice truck. Now he doesn't want to say anything, but there we go. You can see here. I guess you can see this is a police badge. Says Thai, Royal Thai Police. So I don't know. He said he just bought it in a supermarket, but I doubt it. Who knows? But the non-response of these people is evidence enough. Their unwillingness to even acknowledge it. They're intentionally trying to draw me into violence. They're trying to get and provoke me and antagonize. They're instigating, trying to start a fight with me, anything, so that way I attack them and they can all say, oh, he attacked this girl or whatever, and and they can get me on some kind of a charge. But they're not having any success at it, nor will they, because I practice nonviolent resistance, and so anyway, but this is the government, by the way, the United States government just gave, side note, the US government just gave $40 million to Cambodia's government just the other day. Boy, I wonder who's repressing me. I'm not sure. Here we are at Mr. Puhin's door again. See if we get an answer from him today. Just want to know why my rights are being abused here and nobody's acknowledging it. We know for sure he's in there. Doubt he'll come out though, because this is what you can expect from the Stasi secret police, from far-right fascists. They turn a blind eye and a deaf ear to the rights and the needs of the human citizenry. I've done nothing wrong. I've been accused of no crime. They're trying to provoke me, draw me into violence. They're trying to get me to respond and act out so they can put me in jail. It's all documented. He's probably in there right now destroying the evidence. Are you destroying the evidence, Pohin? You have a chance to burn all the videos yet? 6 months ago, I was attacked here by a man who calls himself Jeff, a United States Navy sailor, who out of nowhere just started bullying me. By the way, the only really abusive people and bullies that I ever met or come across in my life that are even remotely like this have always been U.S. law enforcement officials. So there's no doubt about it in my military and Mennonite mind that that's who's got to be behind this. So it's definitely a subversive far-right group. I'm not taking my live video footage off again. Absolutely not going to protect my own right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of justice, happiness. I'm calling on anybody out there. I'm specifically asking all civil libertarians, all human activists, and all journalists to come and report. Anybody who has, wants to see and experience exactly what I've been going through. My name is Aaron Adair. They're trying to make me seem like a crazy person, or that's part of their thing. Is they'll have 20 of them that are being paid. Their private security, or who knows? I'm assuming they're very likely a private security group, and then they'll send 2 of them in on a false flag operation to provoke and antagonize me, right? And then when I defend myself and speak up, then they all go, "What? You're crazy," and they turn it around on me. And it's because there's 20 of them. It's groupthink, or the majority, and so most people will just be satisfied by that. But they're being paid. They're paid agents. They're paid actors who are literally in the community strictly for the purposes of abusing my basic right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I'm going to record everything that I do from here on out. Okay. Well, you're in a public place then. Why don't you want to be recorded? Sure. I'm being recorded all this, like 84 cameras in here. Nope. I have live feed on. This is Paul. Paul from England. Say Paul Creed. Say hello. His name is Paul Creed according to his Facebook. Gabi and Iyad, the Syrian brothers, moved into the room right next to me recently. Very excited. Huh? I can't hear you. Can you speak up? My name is Aaron Adair. I'm an asylum-seeking political refugee from the United States of America. I've been being followed through 7 countries now, 8 if you include my own actually, and 6 states in the United States. Been going on since 2014. I've been denied the right to Adair, A-D-A-I-R. Yep. This is not a figment of my imagination. Yep. I've been. Go ahead, please put it on live Facebook feed. Mine's going directly into the stream. Well, why not? Because I believe that you might be a part of it. If you're not, then you won't have to worry. It will have nothing to do with you. But imagine if you were in my shoes. If you were followed around the world by a subversive group of individuals who are abusing your right to seek gainful employment, to have any sort of a friendship or relationship, what would you do, sir? Imagine that what I'm saying is actually true, and I'm not some lunatic.
I just want to be clear on what I'm asking.
Imagine what would you do?
You're a political refugee.
Yes, I'm asylum seeking.
Asylum seeking political refugee. Being followed
I'm being abused by the United States government. I'm going to be the first American to ever seek political refugee status from the United States. So I'm going to shake up the world. I'm going to make history because the world needs to see exactly what they're doing to our citizenry. Look at our incarceration rate. And that the incarceration rate itself is evidence enough that we're abused and we have no basic rights.
But so you're a political refugee because the government want to stop you from saying what?
Well, I don't know, Paul. Here's the thing. I don't exactly have an answer to all the questions. I don't know why. All I can tell you is that in 2014, a subversive group. Sorry, I have people leaving here. I just want to make sure because what they do is the part of the harassment campaign that they've run against me is to just discredit. So to discredit anything that I say. So I'll start talking and then people just go and just laugh it off and try to blow it off like it's not a valid thing. Since anything that I say, I've been followed around the world through 8 countries for the last 6 years straight by a subversive group of apparently intelligence operatives. It's difficult for you to understand. Okay. So this is called gaslighting or psychological abuse and stonewalling. This is a form of. Why would I know that, sir? That's the good question. What I'm asking for, why I'm doing this, is I need to have representation and a full investigation launched into it. I don't know why they're following me. I've not been accused or charged with any crime in my life. Okay, so. And if they have a charge against me, if there's something that I've done, then there's a right way to address that. We have a court of law, a judicial system, okay, that I have a right to a fair trial in front of a jury of my peers where I come from. And I'm not being given that right. Instead, I have groups of Nazi commies that now turn their back, discredit me by not giving validity to the things that I'm expressing. And this is called psychological abuse, stonewalling, and psychological torture is how it's defined by Nils Melzer, the United Nations Special Rapporteur against torture. Thank God for old Nilsy boy, because he has finally acknowledged the abuse of psychological torture as being a preferred means of abuse by the United States government. The CIA has been using it for many years. This man's probably a part of that, but you can see. Psychological torture. So this is it. This is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. What they do is they will completely discredit, as an attempt to make me look like a crazy person or a madman. They won't listen to it. When I start to talk, they will just turn their back or they'll laugh it off. They won't give any kind of validity to the things that I'm saying or any kind of credit to it. And so you can see it's very obvious form of psychological torture or oppression. Again, not been charged with any crime, not been told with anything that I've done wrong. There's a right way. We as Americans and in the West fought to make sure that these sorts of practices would no longer be going on. That we have decided as a people, as a species, to distance ourselves from this sort of neo-fascism and groups that don't respect the rule of law and the right way in order to police the citizenry of Earth. So Aaron Adair here. Hey Maria, this is Aaron Adair here, political prisoner, asylum-seeking political refugee. Hello out there to Sophie Sang, Lita, Angela, Alex Ha. Aaron Adair, political refugee and prisoner from the United States of America. I'm an asylum-seeking American. I'm being abused by the government of the United States. I'm being followed around the world. I've not been accused or charged with any crime in my life. I've never been charged or accused with any crime. If I am, then they need to tell me that now, and I'll go report back to my country. But there's a right way and a wrong way that we, the people, have decided on a long time ago. Here we got. What do you have to say for yourself, sir? Who are you working for? Who are you working for? Are you a government agent? Are you a law enforcement agent? TJ. Call yourself TJ. Who are you working for? Why did you try to set me up? I know you did. It's all gonna come out. That man right there has identified himself to me already as TJ, he said. I know he's an American who said he was a special forces army veteran, served in the Iraq war and Afghanistan. Now he's over here abusing my human rights. It's all on this video. You can go back and watch it if you'd like. I was attacked by the girl who was kneeling down at the pool back there just about an hour ago. She threw 3 punches at me. Then that group of Nazis that are sitting at the table over there tried to say that I was fighting her. You heard them say that, not true, but actually if you go back and watch this video, it's clearly even on this video, she kicked me into the pool. She got up and actually kicked me into the pool, and while I was in the pool with her earlier before that, she came over for no reason, started throwing punches at me. It doesn't even matter if I said words to her or whatever, if we were having an argument, if it was because she was harassing me and bothering me and trying to poke me in the chest. It's like the bully in high school who will walk by you and intentionally knock themselves into you, right? And then if you fight them or defend yourself, then you go to jail and you're wrong. And they know that. This is classic bullying tactics. My name is Aaron Adair. I'm demanding representation. I'm demanding civil libertarians to come. I'm demanding representation from my community. I've not done anything to be accused of any crime, but I'm being abused. I'm not taking the live video footage off. I'm going to stand out here with my camera on because now these people cannot be trusted. My safety is in danger. I've had numerous threats made against my life. I can guarantee you one thing. If I die of a freak accident, trust me right now, I'm telling you, it wasn't an accident. It was not an accident. It wasn't an Asian gang. Nope. It was probably the CIA. Here we are, Mr. Puhin, owner here at Garden Village, not responding to my accusation, my charge of abuse, and wanting to get the video footage, which would clearly document exactly what happened in the pool. I was violently attacked, or they say, oh, it's a girl, so now it's my fault. They're trying to radicalize me out here. Also, that's the other thing. I've had people try to set me up and put packages. Oh, okay. Can you repeat that?
Sit down.
You said, did you just call me a crazy man? Yeah. See, that's the narrative that they're running, and you would know that. You would know that because you're a part of the abuse. That's why you would say, crazy man. But the narrative that they want to start is they want to discredit me by calling me crazy, and that way it makes me look unstable or crazy. But we're going to make sure I document every single interaction that I have with from the rest of the time I'm on this planet until this right-wing extremist group gets the fuck away from me, because it's a subversive group. I don't need to sit down. I don't need to be talked to. I can stand on my own will. See, you don't control me, sir. Are you looking up the video now? Is that what we're doing?
Buôn này nghe 50 chân tay cho nhóm bà buôn nằm school sao tha quan smart quan Oh my God! It's first time in my life that open almost 20 years. Because how I meet this kind of case. It's first time.
Okay.
The first time that I meet this kind of Jew is really first time.
Not true, sir. Actually, I was here one time, if you remember, when there was a man who violently attacked his girlfriend right out here, and then when I came to you because I was going to be volunteering for you at that point. A man violently attacked his girlfriend in front of me. I was the only one that went over and stopped it from happening. Don't know. I'm sure you would have that on your video too, unless you destroyed all the evidence by now. Yeah. Anyway, but you didn't care about that though. You still let him come back here. Even the next day, he was still back here drinking again. Yeah, oh yeah, definitely, like 100%. That's exactly what happened. He violently attacked. I stopped it from happening, and then you said, "Oh, he does that sometimes," and let him come back the next day. Those two British people, right? Mm-hmm. So I would say that you should probably want to have more people like me who stand for justice and doing things the right way than allowing violent people. But I've been attacked today, and I'm not going to be attacked or allow other people to be attacked around me. Violence is not going to happen, sir. You got 84 cameras in here. Let's make with the video footage now. I've been attacked 3 times. Let's see. Right here, I'm going to go over and document. I was leaving of my own free will after. Actually, I'll start from the top. I'm going to tell the story now about the first time that I was here and I was attacked. Pohin denied me the right to have the video footage. Remember when I asked you about 7 months ago for the video footage? Oh yeah, you don't like it when it's uncomfortable.
I would like you to sit down.
Remember when you denied me to have a video? When I was attacked here 7 months ago.
The camera and then find
okay, let's get the one from 7 months ago too.
Like this is.
Let's get the one from 7 months ago too.
That's kind of guess like you.
Oh yeah, because he doesn't like it because last time he said he wouldn't give me the video. He denied me the right to have the video. I was attacked. I'm going to go back, and I'm going to show now where I was attacked the first time that I was here and the first time that it happened with this group. But again, this group just comes from the United States anyway. Just so you know, this isn't about Cambodia or Cambodians. This is from the United States, but they're paying Cambodians to do it because. You know, they have a $3.5 billion a year budget just for technology development alone under the CIA and the FBI and the NSA and Mossad, MI6. $3.5 billion a year, folks. That's not forever. That's a lifetime. That's 1 year. This is Victor. This is the beautiful, lovely staff, Reksa. So about 7 months ago, I was sitting right here, and this American man who was in the Navy came, and he started to harass and bother me, and started pushing me and antagonizing me, and he was putting his chin right next to my chin. I was sitting down in a seat, just like this one, and he was coming and putting his face for no reason, and I was telling him, "Get away from me, sir. I don't want to fight you. I don't want to have anything to do with you." And this man wouldn't leave, and he was drinking excessively, and I had a problem with this other guy who works here earlier. I know they're involved with it. The man said his name is Jeff. He's from the United States of America, identified himself as a Navy officer who had served in India or something, if I'm not mistaken. So all of them are involved with this. I also know for sure that the United States Navy has a group that has met recently in Phnom Penh. I know for sure the FBI has recently signed a memorandum of understanding, making Cambodia the very first country in the world to sign, the whole country to sign an actual MOU with the FBI, a memorandum of understanding. Okay. Of course, the FBI head man was celebrating life and saying, "We hope this is the very first of our opportunity to extend our jurisdiction into foreign sovereign nations, undermining the sovereignty of an entire nation." I don't think that U.S. law and policing policies have been very successful looking at our incarceration rate being higher than Stalin's incarceration rate during the 20s and 30s. I don't think that is a really good indication of a global future if we're now allowing these policing practices to come into sovereign states and foreign nations. I don't think that's the right move for a nation, but I'm not the authorities of Cambodia, so I didn't sign any papers, and nor am I here to dictate or tell them what papers they should sign. But I'm just a citizen who's now being abused by the same government agents who are on video every day on the news. You see the police abuse. You see it happening. I'm here as an American asylum-seeking refugee from the United States of America, demanding my civil liberties and human rights be protected, and being now followed around the world by the same law enforcement abusers that you see on the news every day that's being published. They're now followed me here. The reason why that this man is here and not touching me or doing anything is because he's not in his jurisdiction, so he can't put his hands on me. Otherwise he would. But he's definitely a law enforcement officer. He's here policing me, but it's not that they're policing me, it's that they don't like me, and they for whatever reason determined that, or they're being paid to do it. Who knows? I don't have those answers. I've been denied the right to an attorney. I've tried to seek legal aid and counsel. They've denied my right to an attorney by intercepting my calls. All of my social media has been hacked. I've been surveilled 24/7. Everywhere I go, I'm under constant. I'm followed. If I go out, one morning I went out to a bar at 4 o'clock. I stayed up and went out intentionally at 4 o'clock in the morning just to document, with a video on, just to document that I would go to this bar that's open at that hour, but no people are there. And then, sure enough, right after I get there, an entire platoon of guys walk in that look like a group of paramilitary or intelligence operatives, something like that. And they're just sitting there, not drinking, just drinking Coca-Cola or something at 4 in the morning. But I did that because I started to realize I was being followed everywhere, and it wasn't by Cambodian people or locals. It's always mostly been by Westerners, or they'll use, of course, the U.S. has all people of all ethnicities and nationalities living there, but they'll use other people from other countries to try to throw me off. Pretty much anybody that can be paid to do this. So at this point, I'm going to keep on recording and documenting all of this. You've seen it in this video. It should be pretty clear. I don't know how it would not be. You'll see this. The other thing that they do, and this is documented also, is that they've weaponized the technology against us. So these social media, the software and everything that we use in these and this technology was really developed by these agencies. And what they do, $20 million of that $3.5 billion of DARPA of DARPA's budget. DARPA is the intelligence apparatus of the whole Western Alliance. So $20 million of that goes to what's called narratives, the narratives department. So quite literally what they're trying to do, or what their job to do is to create and maintain narratives in the community. One great way to do that is, and construct narratives, is to use social media, to use threads, to use comment sections. So yes, that's right. A lot of those people that are posting in these Facebook groups that we're all a part of, these the Siem Reap expat group, or the whatever group it is. Well, what do intelligence analysts really want? They want to be able to control large groups of people. Well, what's better way to do it than to have a whole bunch of ghost accounts set up through Facebook, and then when they can control the narrative, if somebody posts something political or social or of that kind of interest, and they say that's about LGBTQI or whatever, and they want to have some kind of a say, or they want to guide our society toward a certain way in the future, they will plug away and be leaving comments, because most people will read through the comments section and only pick out the things. They'll read maybe like 2 or 3 comments, and they'll deform their worldview or their opinion about that based on the first few people, or the group narrative, the majority. A lot of people are not free thinkers, and they subscribe to just whatever the group conscious is, and they don't go and think for themselves, or they don't have a free mind. So Most people will, and I can say that for myself too. I'm guilty of doing that. When I first started watching YouTube videos and Facebook was new, and this has only been 10 years, this is a new thing for us as a species, by the way. So we're learning how to live this way. Unfortunately, this has to be part of it. But yeah, social media is new, and I believe that it's not good for us. And then 10 years ago, when it first came out and I started using it, I would read through a lot of the comments, and I found myself being like a sheep, and whatever the majority of people were saying, that's kind of how I started to feel about it, and that particular topic, and not really questioning it objectively or thinking about it critically. Majority of people, this is how they operate on a regular basis. So, with that being said, they know that, and they've used and weaponized the technology against us, knowing full well that most people won't give a crap. And so if I post this video, or when I post this video, which is being streamed live now anyway, but when I post it, then a lot of them will try to jump into the thread or the comment section and twist it or distort it around into whatever they want it to be. Whether that they use gaslighting or stonewalling, as you saw out there. Again, that's psychological abuse and psychological torture. It's a documented form of harassment that they're using. It's very, you'll have to read about this form of abuse. Nils Melzer, the United Nations Special Rapporteur for torture, has said that the United States is guilty of torture, of torturing Julian Assange, who has been turned essentially into a vegetable of a man. Other people who have endured this abuse in history. Well, let's go down the list. Saddam Hussein, Fidel Castro, Rodrigo Duterte. Just Google CIA and Duterte. Duterte is the Philippine head statesman. He recently went on record in 2018. He published. International media published it, article of Duterte's statement saying, if my plane explodes, ask the CIA what happened. Other people that have endured it, let's see, Torrijos, the Ecuadorian and Panamanian leaders, Torrijos, those guys whose planes did mysteriously explode within a month of each other, who were being became victims of the United States American Empire, which was expanding their jurisdiction and their reach into their land. Now they're wanting to do it here. Again, the economic hitmen, the EHMs, who are working for the NSA, and their job is to come to foreign nations and to use US aid, World Bank, and International Monetary Fund to drown these poor countries in debt that they'll never be able to pay back. And then they get what's called pound and flesh interest. And they get to extort them and exploit them for all sorts of political favors and UN votes and whatever other thing that they want. And go around and suppress any opposition or neutral group, or neutralize any opposition group. So that's what's going on. I'm going to keep my live footage on. If I go missing, you're going to have it. It's going to be documented. All of it. I'm not turning this off now. I've already had countless death threats made against me in the last months. Been denied the right to an attorney or representation. I've been charged with no crime. I've called the FBI in my own country twice. I've called the FBI who works here in Phnom Penh also. I've spoken with the embassy also here in Phnom Penh. I've also spoken with local law enforcement in California, my last state of residency, the state police there. I talked with the sheriff's office, and I asked them all the same question. Hey, can you run my name for warrants? Sure would like to know why I'm being abused and harassed. I sure would like to know why I'm being followed around everywhere I go and being harassed and bullied. Why I don't have the right now to simply live as a free citizen here on the planet Earth that I was born into against my will. I wasn't given the right to deny my own birth. I don't know what I'm saying now. I've never gotten this far before. But I'm not turning off my camera. I'm going to get my charger. Mr. Pohin out with some answers. We're going to get some video footage. That's what's happening today. I'm going to get a human rights advocacy group. I'm going to get a journalist out here. We're going to report. I demand to know what the hell is going on, who these weird, freaky people are who have been doing this entire time. Now you saw it. Like I was saying earlier, I was here one day, and this Navy guy came in, again, on a job. He's definitely being paid by somebody to do this. I'd like to have these people's bank accounts scrutinized to see where the money's coming from, because I should have the right to live. I've been harassed and oppressed. I should be finishing my last year, my third year. I should have finished in college right about a month ago. I would like to be signed up for college starting next month, but I'm not able to do that. I had to withdraw from classes because when you're being abused and harassed and antagonized and repressed in your own community, there's basically no other thing that you can really focus your attention on. You have to address that issue right away. And I pushed it off, and I didn't want to confront it. I didn't want to report it. I just hoped it would go away. I thought maybe these were just like, I don't know, drug enforcement officials who know I use cannabis medicinally and would want to make sure that I'm not a drug trafficker or a human trafficker or whatever trafficker of any kind, and I'm not involved with any of those things. In fact, I'm broke. I'm definitely not benefiting financially from those industries. That's obvious, considering I have no money, which is another part of their campaign against me is financial. They attack your finances through theft, through not allowing you to work, to not get a job. That's right. I am saying that these people are hacked into all of my technology, into my accounts, have known everything that I'm going to do before I do it. So when I have a job interview, for example, well, all of our things are done through Facebook now. You can get a job on Facebook. You can do everything. Well, how convenient and centralized way of repressing dissidents for our abusive government authoritarian people who created Facebook. It's pretty obvious. Who made Facebook? Who made Google? Who made the internet? Think about it. We know who did. It's DARPA, the intelligence apparatus. It was always meant for total human control, population control. So I think that you can clearly see by the responses of Puhin, the owner here at Garden Village, and the man who calls himself Paul Creed of England, you can clearly see by their responses that they are involved in it. They've intentionally paid no mind, given no validity to the abuse that I've endured, to the things that I'm saying. Mr. Puhin saying, "Oh, I've never seen anybody be like this before," when I'm telling you I was just violently attacked in your facility, in the pool. Again, this is the second time it's happened to me, and you're not allowing me to have the video footage of that, and then making it seem like I'm wrong somehow when I've done something wrong. So that obviously indicates complicity and involvement. I'm just simply demanding my human rights be acknowledged. I'm demanding a human advocacy group. I've been denied any sort of representation, the right to, I've traveled all over this country numerous times. I was attacked today. My human rights are being abused. I demand representation. I demand to have an advocate, a journalist or somebody, an investigator to come and launch an investigation into this group, who I can only assume is the FBI. I've reported this to the FBI twice. They say they will not investigate. Harassment is not a federal offense, and they define this as harassment. The right-wing evangelical Christian group that I was a part of for many years in the U.S., including time spent at a mega church in Northern California, is 100% involved in this. There's no doubt about that. I guarantee you that they're behind a lot of this, and they have unlimited finances, that's for sure. And they have technologists on doing this stuff, and I'm sure as well that the intelligence apparatus is very closely involved as well, because despite the fact that we, the people, should have separation between our church religious systems and our government, we don't. We absolutely do not, and nothing has changed since our revolution in 1776, apparently. In fact, the ministry that I was a part of for many years in Northern California, called Bethel Church in Redding, California, one of their doctrinal beliefs is, they call it the seven mountains or seven pillars that they are supposed to conquer, or something. I forget exactly. Seven mountain doctrine, I think, is what it's called. And so the doctrine is that they're supposed to conquer these seven mountains that exist in society, being government, education, entertainment. So if you can infiltrate the entertainment industry, for example, Hollywood, and you can, so as a subversive group, which is what you would be if your agenda is to do that, is to create narratives, or create stories that reflect your religious system and your value system, then you've conquered that entertainment infrastructure. Same thing with the education system. It's all about the narrative that's being preached from the pulpits of the education system. And then, of course, government. They literally say at this mega church in California that I was a part of, that one of their goals is to infiltrate the government agencies, all of them, as politicians and as law enforcement and intelligence officers. And so you can Christianize that the law enforcement agencies, but now you got a big problem, because I'm just a citizen who found God and wanted to start going to church, and so I did. And I don't realize that while I'm in church, I'm interacting with a bunch of government agents who are now surveilling me, who are now harassing me, who are now abusing my basic human rights, who are now watching me. I've been watch listed since 2014, under constant surveillance. I know the Muslim Americans have recently received a lot of attention for the abuses against them by the FBI and other agencies and local and state law enforcers in states with high percentages of Muslim Americans. They've been treated as terrorists in the country, and this Constitution and their Bill of Rights have been revoked from them against the will of the American people, who have fought and died to to give them their rights. They're Americans now. They have the same rights, which doesn't include having FBI agents show up to the mosque and offer the imam an envelope with $50,000 in it to give him intelligence reports about all of the people coming into his congregation every day. Those people who go to have to worship their God should be able to do so without having fear that their spiritual leader is now working for a government agency who is trying to set them up with, some plot to create terrorist activity is what they're doing. So sign the petition as I did to stop the federal government's agenda called CVE, Countering Violent Extremism. CVE, Countering Violent Extremism. In theory, it sounds like it should be a good thing. Who wants violent extremists, right? I sure do not. But what this does is it just gives these agencies the permission to warrantlessly wiretap and harass and follow and surveil the citizenry without the proper and appropriate means in which and justification of which to do so. They're allowed to do it just on a hunch, any hunch. And that's obviously, I'm sure, what's been happening with me. Who knows? I can only assume that somebody filed a report or I got watch listed at some point. They don't tell you why. You don't know why. That's what Paul said out there. Well, why? Well, I don't know. Why don't you tell me why you guys are following me and harassing me? I sure would like to know. But now, I'm in the situation where I'm not taking the live stream off of my phone.